Africa hosts about 37% of the world's 19.6 million refugees and 39.1 million internally displaced people. This makes Africa the continent with the second largest number of displaced persons in the world. The largest number of refugees in Africa come from sub-Saharan Africa, from South Sudan, Somalia, Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Central African Republic. According to Uganda's second-generation APRM Country Review Report, the country is host to more than 1.2 million refugees and asylum seekers, making it the largest refugee-hosting country in Africa and third in the world. Women have held the higher percentage of this demographic, with women and children refugees making up more than 50% in sub-Saharan Africa by the end of 2018. While a lot has changed and improved since the African Union declared the previous decade, 2010 to 2020, the African Women's Decade, the continent has much more to do. The Agenda for Gender Equality, which is the acceleration of gender equality, women empowerment targets, including peace building and governance, requires a more concerted and deliberate effort. Africa's conflict situations have all exhibited the crime of trafficking in women. Women and children continue to be the prime victims of forced displacement and sexual violence. Uganda hosts the continent's largest refugee population. 59% are women, many of whom have undergone violence and try to find ways to integrate into their new societies. More so, women are locked out from opportunities where they can be in positions of power, because women are underrepresented in senior political, legislative, judicial, and even corporate positions. It is a challenge to improve systems which protect and support refugee women and children. Despite some women being educated and experienced, the positions favor their male counterparts, reinforcing gender inequality. Forced displacement dislodges people from their origins and, depending on their end destination, legally induced distinctions determine their fates. Women continue to be overlooked and disregarded in decision-making, in governance, and formal peace processes. Despite their demonstrated success of peace-building at grassroots and community levels, critical peace-building skills, which most women possess and demonstrate, such as communication, dialogue, networking, mediation, and strategic engagement in communities, should be recognized and rewarded accordingly. This is not the Africa we want. We can do better. We can make a change where we are. The APRM's report on the nexus between governance, gender, and peace building proposes numerous recommendations which can help us change this narrative. The APRM Governance, Gender, and Peace Building report states that women, as individuals and as a collective, have a legitimate and legal claim to work in grassroots and community peace-building initiatives, participate in preventive diplomacy, influence peace negotiations and mediations, and to be included as signatories to peace agreements. The report also recommends that the positive aspects of societal transformation, where women's increased agency emerges, should be protected by government. Laws should be made that take into account women's transformed gender roles to protect the rights of women and girls, widows and female-headed households in the area of the land, property, business, and succession rights. In that regard, some best practices have also emerged from the APRM's country review reports and should be explored and adopted through peer learning. Many more recommendations can be found on the APRM's Governance, Gender, and Peace Building report. Simply visit www.aprm-au.org.